I'm flawed, not broken. Same flaws can be admired, though. They can remind us of how perfection is futile. We should seek wholeness with our flaws, with our shadows, even with light. It's all included in who we are. We got to get comfortable with it. Got to get to know it. Got to call it what it is. It's you. Welcome. This is the Simply King podcast. It's your boy Rodney Perry, King himself, and you just tuned into the Soulfully Conscious podcast for humans, simply being humans. And I just want you all to understand that I've been off my game. I think that, Libra season truly showed me so much about what the balance really is. And what I mean by what the balance really is, I'm talking about the good, the bad, the dark, the light, the shadows, and the sunshine. You feel me? But nevertheless, I think we needed to, it's serendipitous that I didn't even know. Maybe it's the first year. I'm going to give you guys more information as to what this, particular time of the month, this month of November is now. Men's Mental Health Month. Go figure. Didn't know it ever even existed. Not sure how long it's been going on. But that's kind of how holidays and things like that work. They probably existed on a small scale and then, grew and grew over the years, depending on the efforts of people who were behind them. So I wanted to come in and not only check in, but, make this whole episode an episode where I'm giving you, how can I say, my own way of, an actionable item, my own send it on, my own way of holding myself accountable. Because like I've said before, I'm always talking to myself. Dead ass. Just like in this very moment, it's very meta that I'm literally talking to myself. So I have to take in everything that I'm saying to you all and to me. But in the sake of, Men's Mental Health Month, I wanted to check in. So I wanted to express exactly what's going on with me, what's been going on, and what I plan to do to, honestly just grow and learn as much as I can in this current situation. So let's do the big three: body, spirit, and mind. Let's start off with body. So body-wise, I'm feeling okay. For the most part, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel truly that, how can I say, I feel like I have definitely and probably, my lowest weight I've been in a long time. I believe it's not solely due to stress or any other, negative things. I think it's genuinely because I actually got better with my fitness, got better with my just habit to exercise and get my body moving. And I think my body finally, kicked it into gear. I still juice because, we niggas who juice around here. Shout out. We niggas who juice. So nevertheless, I still juice. I still fast as much as at least twice a week. So I'm definitely feeling like my body has changed. I've lost some weight, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel trimmer. I feel like every time I have been off my, gym regimen, every time I jump back into it, I'm, pretty much getting right back into it. I don't feel like I'm setting myself back so far, which that feels good. I would say I do feel like I need a massage though. I just need to get some kinks out. I feel like I've been building up some, some parts of me that are stressors and stuff like that. So, fellas and ladies, everyone listening, and even if you do not identify as either, get you a damn massage, please. Massages do not have to be expensive. Sometimes you just need somebody to, get a kink out. You know what I'm saying? Do some reflexology. If you live in a major city, 9 times out of 10, you can go and find your reflexologist for about $30 or less. And it's all they're usually paying you by time and what you need touched. You feel me? So go get you something done. Go work on that. But if you are, if you do got some coins, if you haven't treated yourself in a while, if your money, your money and your chicken looking right now, don't go to Massage Envy. Look for specific things. You might have a better place other than a chain, somewhere where they actually, take the time and answer your questions and give you even tips on how to stretch better and how to sleep better and how to position yourself. Because you might not even know something about your own body that somebody within these particular physical therapist type of expertise could teach you. Take care of yourself. Then you have the mind. So the mind for me is, I think mentally I feel very much like I've been really in neutral mode for quite some time. I feel like it's the first time that I feel like I've allowed negativity to dwell with me longer than usual. And I think that's certainly, affecting all parts of my life. And I've had to make, very hard decisions, have had to swallow my pride. I've had to do a lot of things that I think have affected me mentally. I think I've, strained and have created awkward or difficult situations in terms of my relationships with family and friends and everybody just because of that mental space that I was in. Because I think we always consider, when we need things or when we get needy as things that, are things that you should never allow yourself to get to. But sometimes when you decide to not act on the help and the support that you have, it says more about how you feel about them than anything else, even if that's not what you mean. And so what I mean by that is, fellas, ladies, and all non-binary individuals who are hearing this right now, do not push out the help that's right around you. If people want to help you, allow them to help you. Do not be Molly, thinking that you could take it all and take care of everything. Do not be this workaholic. Do not be this perfectionist. Do not be this self-sabotager that truly believes you can handle everything on your own. Or you're so afraid of your ability that you don't want to involve other people because you feel like it'll reveal your inadequacy, or at least what you assume to be inadequacy. If you feel like you need some help, put the pride aside. Shame is nothing but something that literally is there to make you feel and stay in that same stagnant place. So I think for me, not dwelling in it. Negativity is a part of life. It's not a bad thing. It's something that's going to happen. It's the polarity that must be so that we can even understand what positivity really can be and what it is and how to stay in that space. It all has a purpose. I think that's where I had to get to. Then you have spiritually, I believe I need a spark. I feel that I really truly need some type of rejuvenation within my spirit, I feel like I've, since leaving my mother's home, I feel like spiritually I've been in this real interesting space of, growth. But it feels like it's always leaps and bounds, like it's a lot. Then it's kind of, quiet. Then it's a lot. Then it's quiet. Then it's a lot. And I feel, that I have to just, organize that, put that in something, figure out a situation that keeps me spiritually in tune with myself, with my intuition, with, all these things. What I'm considering to do and what I've been, suggested for quite some time to do, and I've just been honestly putting it off. I think I have no real true excuse as to why I haven't done it yet. Or at least all the excuses I'm making up really don't matter that much. Because if I really wanted to do it, to really connect, I just get it done. And I think that's where I'm glad I'm saying this here so I can hold myself even more accountable. But I want to create an altar. I want to create an altar, a general altar first, obviously. And then, as I truly become more present and make more space and room for, spirit and for source to kind of come into my, essence, then I'll, possibly dedicate another altar or dedicate that possible altar. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I'm learning. To some ancestor of mine. Something that really intrigued me when it was given to me. And I think it's just because of the sense of, you always have the gods, you always have everything you have. And I think if we only think of that from a standpoint of in the living times and the things that we can touch and not the intangible as well, then it'll always feel like we don't have enough. It'll always feel like we can't find the answers to what we, need in our lives. And I think that's how so many people are so whole, feel so whole within their lives, because they are connected to every single aspect of who they are. They know their body. They understand when they feel bad, feel, something's up, something's wrong. They know their mind. They know when their mind is genuinely in a space where it's like, okay, I need this to get right. I know I'm a little off. I know I'm seeing tendencies that don't make sense to who I am, who I know I can be, what my higher self can really vibrate at. And I think that's the same thing even with spirit. I feel like when it comes to your spirituality, I think it's something that we shouldn't see as something that we don't need to do anything about, regardless, of whatever your whatever your religion is, denominations you belong to, or the lack thereof. I believe that, even if you consider spirit just this intangible, energetic aspect, esoteric aspect of your life, tap in, figure out what works for you, get an intuitive practice, especially fellas, especially men. Something that we really, really are plagued with is truly just finding some type of slot, some type of pathway that we believe you just need to follow. We just need to follow this and we're good. We don't need to do anything else. We just need to follow this and we should be straight. I say nay, because so many of us get to a point to where we get so lost in translation of, are we on our journey to our purpose, or are we just trying to fulfill a task? Which one is it? Do you want to be a doctor because that's where your purpose is aligned in, or because you were smart, scholastic, studied well, applied it well, great memory, good with your hands, all these things make up a quote unquote good doctor or good surgeon. But is that really aligned with who you are? Or is this just a pathway that felt like the easiest to kind of, complete? And so many men get to a point to where they get the exact thing they have been working for and are unfulfilled for some reason. And I think it's because we aren't in tune. We haven't awakened our intuition. And I think so many women believe in the intuition, believe in that reading between, believe in the energetic aspects of life, believe in that just inner knowing. It may sound illogical to a lot of other men, but in actuality, we all possess it. We all have this inner knowing. We all have this inner voice that we have to listen to. But are you going to listen to it? Are you going to listen to it? I hope you do. I'm also still in therapy, since we were talking about, this is men's mental health month. Oh God, I'm trying to think now. I guess I've been in therapy almost 2 years now. Oh my God, I just realized that. Yeah, I've been in therapy for 2 years. Woo woo. Claude has been great. I think that I am at a point now where I think he has assisted me in so many different ways that I'm realizing that I have to be very I think I'm at a new level. I think I'm not just a baby, newborn, infantile in terms of therapy. I think I understand what it does for me. I understand what its purpose is. I understand what, the effective versions of therapy are and can be. And I think now I'm at a phase where I really have to ask myself, how much am I being challenged? How much do I need to, how much do I need to really direct where this thing goes? Because the fact of the matter is, he's only going to do as much as I tell him. He's only going to do as much as I say I need assistance and help for and perspective on. Because at the end of the day, y'all, your therapist is not supposed to solve your issues. It's supposed to be a non-biased voice to hear you out, to understand what you are speaking to, give you insight based off of their actual knowledge of the mind, of all the things that can go through our minds, all the things that can happen when it comes to our behaviors, the cause and effects of trauma, all those things, helping you understand you. They're not there to solve your issues. They're there to help you understand you. So with that, I want you to understand something, that therapy truly can be something that, I think it's frightening for people, especially for Black people, because it's like, when have we ever been raised at any point to anyone? Maybe, depending on if you are, heavily Christian, you might tell all your business to the pastor. Catholic, I guess you'll go and do a confessional. But telling your business to somebody that you are paying to hear your business, don't sit well with people just on that general level. But I think it's also the stigma that, something must be really wrong with you that you can't figure out on your own. But I want you to know something. If you got some type of growth on your back, some type of rash, some type of cough that won't go away, all those different types of things, understand me. You will go get assistance if those things persist. I hope you would. I truly do. So when it comes to something that you can't figure out, and your mind is running all the time, your mind is going even when you sleep. Some of us who can't even sleep well, 9 times out of 10, it's because of your mentality. It's something in your mind that is unsettling. So you can't even rest well. You can't even check out. So I say to everyone, and as I said in my ABRA, series, my first ABRA series, highlighting how it's Men's Mental Health Month, I want you all to make sure that you also go check out all the resources that I listed under that particular post on my Instagram at Kings_Memoirs. You should see the thumbnail being just ABRA, Men's Mental Health Month. I want y'all to understand something. I really do feel that we have the answers with us. We already possess everything we require to become the best versions of ourselves. And I think that shit is something that I really got to keep in mind, even with the things that I go through, because it gets difficult. It gets difficult. It feels like everything is out of your grasp. It feels like everything is out of your way. All things are truly beyond you because you're waiting on something to happen. But I have to come and tell all you men, women, and non-binary, no one's coming to save you. No one's coming to save you. And one more time, no one's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. And I think that's such a harsh thing to say out loud, especially if you never had to kind of come into that realization. But in actuality, we're all meant to be self-made at the end of the day. Even folks who are giving handouts, even folks who are giving things without asking, all those different things. It's still based on how you manage it if that thing will be in abundance. Somebody can give you a bunch of money, but are you going to make this money into more money, or are you going to have to keep asking? Which still is on you. Still on you to ask. Still on you to put your pride to the side and be like, hey, all that money you gave me, I lost. I need some more. If you will give me some more. You may have a lucky life and someone continues to sponsor you. But yet again, you have now this emphasis of this is how you've made it. This is how you've created and curated the life that you live. And that's okay. If you can maintain it, by all means, do you, boo-boo. But I want you guys to know that it's not as negative as it sounds. We just have to see ourselves as more powerful than we currently do. I think that's the biggest thing I want everyone to kind of take in from just this month. A lot of men are truly hurt and don't even know it. A lot of men truly don't even understand the pain that they're currently going through in relationships, with their friendships, and also in their own solitude, what's going on in their minds. I understand there are pressures that every man goes through. There's things that we quote unquote accepted in society because we are quote unquote men that we just gotta go with. We can't complain about it. We can't have a grievance. We just gotta deal with it. We gotta take care of whoever we quote unquote are responsible for in terms of the family that we chose, the family we're creating, the family we born into. You gotta take care of everybody. You're responsible for everybody. And you gotta be your brother's keeper. You gotta be loyal. You gotta be a provider. You gotta be a protector, because that's what a man is. That's the definition of a man. I want y'all to know something. That is on you. It's on you, bro. You don't have to do a damn thing you don't want to do. And when you finally realize that you're not obligated to be what the world defines as what a man is, then you'll be free. Remove yourself from the center of the situation. We've proven it at this point. A man cannot exist in certain spaces and places, and things can still thrive. Children will still be born. Children will still be raised. Children will grow up to become exactly what they were meant to be. Yes, the inverse happens quite often, quite a lot. But it's just the fact that both exist that I want you to keep in mind. Absent fathers and all these different things, yes, they affect our community as a whole. But from an individual to individual basis, there's a lot of people who are better off. A lot of people who are who had the best scenario was the absence. Because Pop's fucked up. Pops don't even know why he's fucked up. He doesn't even know what's wrong with him. Because he never fucking thought about therapy. Our parents, Generation Y and beyond, Generation Y and before, definitely weren't into, we talking about black people? Hell no. Definitely weren't into therapy. And it could be because of cost. It could be because of the stigma. It could be the taboo of it all. But we have to get out of our own ways and understand, like, hey, we deserve to have clear mind, peace of mind, tranquility, and just presence. To be able to just live in the present. To not be anxious at all times, thinking about, oh, I need to do this, I need to do that, or just leave me alone. I don't even want to think about it. I already got to take care of a million different things. Don't put nothing else on my plate. Nevertheless, I think we are on our way, because the stigma is starting to change. And I'm glad that it's men of so many different types of generations who are doing so. Men, baby boomers, and Generation Y, Generation X, and I believe the succeeding generations as Generation Z and the, I guess, Alpha generation or something like that. I forgot what they're called. The children that are going to be born, the children that are being born right now, they're coming into a world where more than likely it's going to be normalized. More than likely it's not going to be something where it's just seen as a stigma of crazy, because we have all these podcasts, we have all these messages, and now we have Men's Mental Health Month, which if we lean into these things as much as we do a lot of other holidays, imagine the change, imagine the impact. I believe we can get it done. So many men are sitting here hurting and crying and dying in the inside and don't even understand why. Walking around depressed and truly taking it out on everyone else, but don't even know how or why they're taking it out on everybody else. So I implore you to check in with your therapist. That is your send it on for this episode. Check in with your therapist, and if you don't have one, that's okay. I'm going to make sure on the details, the same details that I put under the post, one of my most recent posts, just highlighting, hey, it's okay. It's all right. I get it. It's not always easy when you first, are thinking about doing it, because it feels like you're accepting that something is wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. You're human. And humans have times where they don't know what the hell to do. And one of the easiest things, one of the probably the lightest things for you to do right now is to tell yourself, I don't know what I'm doing, and I need some help. And I think that's the start, because it's about trying. It's about trying. Going there, being open-minded, because the fact of the matter is, if it's not doing anything for you, it's more than likely you. Because if you're going in there with the intention of, with truly the intention and some sense of like excitement and interest, then you'll be able to decipher if it's the therapist or if it's you. But if you're going in there kind of lying to yourself and to the therapist, not just being transparent, yeah, you'll never know, and you're wasting money at that point. That's to send it on. Check in with your therapist. Find your therapist. If you've had one, you stopped going, you never had one, check in. Tap in. Ask about sliding scales. Tap in with your insurance and look and see. And lastly, look for cultural competency within the details of these particular therapist profiles. Because what usually will happen is cultural competency means that they know what niggas need to talk about. They understand the nuance that happens when it comes to mental health and being black in America. Period. Get into it. You deserve more. And I want more for us. So let's get into it. So that wraps up this special edition of the Simply King podcast, this King Express's episode. I want you all to know, if you don't know, you can follow me everywhere podcasts are available and listen to the Simply King podcast on all major DSPs. You can follow me everywhere at Kings_Memoirs. A lot of content coming that's podcast related, a lot of content coming that's unpodcast related. So make sure that you tune into that. Podcast. Make sure you follow the podcast at Simply King Pod on IG. Go and like the Facebook page at Simply King Podcast. I'm going on hiatus, as I've been doing for the past few years, after, towards the end of the year. So the whole month of January, there will be no episodes of the Simply King Podcast. So a cool, nice, smooth 4 weeks of no episodes for sure, letting you know. I know I've been like off and on this year. It's been crazy. But consistency comes with, with true dedication. And I'm ready. I'm ready to dedicate myself to giving you guys some really good, transformative, important content. So yeah, I'm doing what I need to do to make sure I can deliver on all 40 some odd episodes for next year. So you're going to love what I got in store for the remainder of the year for sure, but also what's coming up next year. And also follow my business page at Life is King on IG. It's a new page. I'm still, figuring out these things with, Facebook ads and all that. But nevertheless, we all are learning. This is my creative production as well as digital marketing services. You can check out my website at lifeisking.com to get all the details on exactly what I offer and what I can assist you with in creating better content for yourself and your social media channels, or whatever you may need the things for in terms of your business or creative endeavors. Check in with yourself. Check in with yourself on a daily basis. Journal, breathe, meditate, sleep, stretch, take your medicine, take your vitamins, drink the damn water. Move your body. That's it. And it's cold as hell outside in Chicago, but make sure you get some sunlight and some of this, get some of that vitamin D. You feel me? But that's all. That's my soapbox, and I'll see you guys next week. This has been the Soulfully Conscious Podcast for humans, simply being humans. I've been Rodney Perry, and this has been King Expresses. And this is all Simply King. Peace.